What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, now people are claiming that the Mexican Ecuadorian monster, David Benavidez, is now ducking. Now he's ducking Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol winner. This is mainly coming from the Canelo Alvarez fans because they want to put him in between anybody they think could possibly beat him and Canelo Alvarez. So David Benavidez, he did an interview and he simply was making a suggestion. He said, why does he have to go to Saudi Arabia to fight the winner, Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol, when they could fight right here in Vegas? Right? And he's the mandatory. He's the WBC mandatory challenger for Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol, rematch February 22nd. Now, we already know that if Dimitri Bivol is to win the fight, he lost the first fight. If he's to win this second fight, right, then there would be a rubber match if Beterbiev or Beterbiev chooses to have it, right? He's older. He's long in the tooth. He's 39 years of age. We don't know. But I do know that Beterbiev, he stated that if he beats Bivol, he probably going to move up to cruiserweight, or he may even retire when asked about fighting David Benavidez. And Bivol says that he's expecting a trilogy, a third fight, because obviously he's expecting to win this fight and then have a third fight. So David Benavidez, who had the biggest win in his career, self-proclaimed this past Saturday when he defeated David Morrell. The reason I said self-proclaimed because he said that was the biggest win in his career, right? He feels that way. And so with that said, David Benavidez is not going to duck an opportunity. If he has to go to Saudi Arabia because that's where the money would be, and he's the B side, then that's what he would do. Right? But obviously, he's making a suggestion. He has a voice. He can make demands. Now, if His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is going to put up the money for this fight, which I believe he will, be the one putting up the money for the fight, David Benavidez is the B side. And he's going to have to concede to what Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol chooses to do. Now I'm seeing that people are saying that David Benavidez is focused on Dimitri Bivol more so than Beterbiev because Beterbiev is a big puncher and he's ducking Beterbiev. I've never heard David Benavidez utter those words. This is coming from the fans of Canelo Alvarez who are salty that he had this massive win against David Morrell, right? And they're trying to diminish his accomplishments, saying that he never beat a world champion other than faded Anthony Durrell. Nonsense. He was the underdog against Ronald Graville, and he beat him twice. He beat Anthony Durrell, he beat Caleb Plant, he beat Demetrius Andrade, he beat Oleksandr Gavzik, and he just beat David Morrell. These are guys that Canelo Alvarez more than likely wouldn't dare fight unless it benefited him, and he had an advantage. So with that said, I'm hard-pressed to see David Benavidez, if Artur Beterbiev wins, say, oh, I'm not fighting Artur Beterbiev. First of all, he'll make the most money he ever made in his life, in his career, to fight the winner of the fight, especially in Saudi Arabia. He's not turning that down. And I'm not so sure that His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh wouldn't mind putting the fight on in Vegas. He wouldn't be opposed to that. Because right now we see he's getting ready to make a fight with Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford in September in Vegas. So if David Benavidez wants to push for the fight to be in Vegas, I'm hard-pressed to see His Excellency be against it so much, unless Beterbiev or Bivol are against it. and they're the A side and they call the shots. That's the only way I see them not wanting to push the fight. Turki Al-Sheikh is not going to demand that the fight be in Saudi Arabia. If that's the case, this is the biggest fight in boxing. Terence Crawford and Canelo, he would demand that fight be in. So it's okay for David Benavidez, who has a leg to stand on, who has a voice, to negotiate and say, I want the fight to be in Las Vegas. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So stop trying to, I'm confused by people trying to use this as he's trying to duck Beterbiev or Bivol. It's nonsense. If it come down to it, he had to go to Saudi, he would go to Saudi and make the fight. He prefers it to be in Las Vegas. He's saying, why do I have to go over there? Right. He knows he's not the A side. They're the undisputed champion. He's in their division. Period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's what I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.